Okay, these are some pencil sharpeners that I'm going to be selling. They're $5 each. This is a miniature scale. You can see the balances on there. That's $5. And then this is another one that I have, is a little press. And let's see if the video is going out live. So I think I'm getting out live anyway. Okay, if you're out there and you're looking, we got these little objects for sale. They're $5 each, and they're a pretty cool little toy. You kind of see has the scales. They're small. I've had this before. What do you think? If you're interested, let me know. $5 each. And there's a replica. There's a hole here to sharpen a pencil. You can see this right here. Pencil goes in there, and you sharpen it. Okay. Now the other one that I have is a wringer washer. It's an old wringer washer. Oh. It's right here. Pencil goes in there. Sharpen. Okay. And it's just for looks, but there's a wringer washer. It's an old wringer washer. It's just to wring out your clothes. Wrings out your clothes. So anyway, that's there. It's $5. These are from Spain. They're called Play Me. It's kind of hard to show in there, but so that's one. There's another one. This is a coffee grinder, and this coffee grinder is a cool little toy. Spain. And again, it's just a replica. My wife started collecting these when we lived in Spain. You can see where the pencil dust comes out of right there. This coffee grinder is a cool little toy. We had about 100 and we sold most of them. I'm just down to I think 12 left. Started collecting these when we lived in Spain. You can see where the pencil dust. Here's another replica, a clock. We had about 100 and we sold most of them. Cute little clock. I think 12 left. You can see on some of them it's easier to see where it's made. Made in Spain. And if you look on eBay or places like that, there's collectors out there that are selling them for any place from $3 to $25. But it's a cute. Here's a radio. It doesn't really do. No, this one, the little knob turns. eBay or places like that. There's collectors out there that are selling them for any place from $3. And again, on the bottom you can see $5. But it's a cute. From España. Here's a radio. It doesn't really do. No, this one, the little knob turns. And here's this is Seattle Sea Needle. It's from Seattle. Well, there it does. It says Space Needle. We went there one year for the World's Fair back in the 70s, I think. Again, there's the place for the pencil sharpener. This is pretty small. Seattle Sea Needle. This is a lantern. From Seattle. There's it says Space Needle. Pencil sharpener there. There one year for the World's Fair back in the 70s, I think. Again, there's a place for the pencil sharpener. Again, it says pretty small. This is a lantern. Pencil sharpener there. There's a coffee, like an espresso machine, I think you call it. There's a container that goes right there. And it's made out of a pot metal. It's not anything fancy. It could be pewter, but that's the way this fits in there somehow. There's an opening there that tabs a line on. That's it. And the same thing on the bottom. It says it's made in Spain. And this is the last bunch that I have. I have at least 100. This is a platinum, an old printing press. Gutenberg printing press or something. But that supposedly went in there, and then you crank this handle down and the press would and this is the last bunch that I have. At least 100. This is a would press that down to simulate a printing press. Pretty cool little gadget if you're into collecting miniatures. And then this is the last one. This is a treadle. I guess you call it a treadle machine. And then this is a foot pedal, I guess. You push it up and down. And this is supposed to turn. And actually, this broke. It was a rubber band that went on it. Like a rubber band, but you could put a rubber band on it. This just finally broke down. So I got all these, $5 each. Think you're interested in something like that. There they are. Give me a call, message me, and let me know what you're interested in. And I have a few other things for sale if you think you're interested. So I got all these, $5 each. Oh, and this one I forgot. This is a trunk, so it still has sharpening wood flex in there. Miniature trunk. So these are all for sale. I have a few other things for sale if you think you're interested. On this one I forgot. This is a trunk, so it still has sharp wood flex in there. Miniature trunk. And then I got some more stuff to show you if you think you're interested. This is some of my artwork that I have that I've had on Craigslist before. And I'll just hold these up. These are some paintings that I've done over the years. And pretty small. Think you're interested, let me know. I have a whole pile of stuff right there. But some of the small ones I'll show first. This is an original. These are some paintings that I've done over the years. I have it under plastic. Yeah, that light's too glary. Think you're interested? And this is an oil. I have a whole pile of stuff right there. And I have them pasted on Facebook, so I think you're interested. This is an original. This is a digital. Did this on my iPad, and I printed it out on photo paper. It's an 8x10. Think you're interested in it? Just send me a message. And here's a watercolor that I have. And sometimes it might just be better to show it this way. Trying to get a handle on this.
This is a digital.
That's a it's original watercolor. I think I have like 10, 15 bucks on this. I can't remember. Whatever, it's cheap. Here's another watercolor.
Here's a watercolor that I have.
I have them in this plastic to protect them because I did these over the years, and what happens is get a lot of dust on stuff. So what I did here is I put this in a plastic sleeves. These are things I did for, I have a Colette Pictures art showcase is where I take lessons. This is a canvas. And I got these in a sleeve like this just to protect them, keep the dirt off of them. And I'm also posting this on the for sale on Marketplace on Facebook. Here's another one.
This is a canvas, and I got these in a sleeve like this just to protect them.
And there's, you know, this is a landscape, basically a simple landscape.
I'm also pointing it.
You see anything you're interested, give me a holler. I'll show you a couple more. This is a photograph of a painting I did of a robin that we did in class. And here's a few more. This is a original painting. It's 9 by 12. Think you're interested in it?
Give me a holler. I'll show you a couple more.
Here's a print on canvas. Sold a bigger one at Colette Pictures Art Showcase for, I think it was around Christmas time. And see something you're interested in, give me a holler. This is a landscape on board. And this is stuff that I've done over the years, and think you're interested in, I'll give you a good deal. I'll be surprised how many stuff that I've sold online through Craigslist over the years. And it's kind of a hit and miss, you know, it just depends. Sometimes there'll be a lot of people. By that I mean, you know, I might get 5 people at a time that come and they like what they see, and they buy 3 or 4. Prices are very affordable. Another painting. This is another painting. See that right there?
It just depends. Sometimes there'll be a lot of people. By that I mean, you know, I might get 5 people at a time that come and they like what they see it.
It's a nice one. I like it. The color. Kind of a moon down here. And another one, original. You could cut it up or use all 4 as one picture. Here's started out as a watercolor painting. And then I ended up working on it on my iPad. I did some drawings on my iPad and printed this out on photo paper. The original is pretty small. I have it. I think I have the original here someplace. Oh yeah, here's the original. That was the original watercolor, 6 1/4 by 9, and it's an original. Most of these that I'm showing you right now are originals. This was Finch, I think we call it, did it in a Colette Pictures class, art showcase. Ready to be put in a frame or just put it up the way it is. This was a experiment with on board. It's an original acrylic. And some others are just kind of fun, original. I did these in Colettes art class. This is a watercolor I did in her class. It's an original. You might want to pick a few of them up if you like them. If you don't like them, well, at least drop me a note and say that's something you did like, not necessarily that you wanted to put up in your house. But oh, this is a watercolor, and I did this during a class when I was teaching in Okinawa. Here's another watercolor of angelfish, freshwater angelfish. Another watercolor, a beach scene. This is a photograph of a painting I did. And then that painting, I also did a variation of it on my iPad. And this is the painting, actually. This is the original painting that I did on the iPad. I mean, that I did with, it's combination watercolor. Maybe I snuck some acrylic in there. Turkey. Did that during class. Some of these that I'm showing were done in 2011. Watercolors that I did when I was in Okinawa. Some of them I did with the kids just to show the kids. We started out with simple washes and techniques, and then I told them find a picture of a fish that they like and try painting it into their experimental painting. This was a painting that I sold at Blue Mug, and this is a print of it. On the back side is these three little piggies I did a Colette's class, and later on I'm going to post an animation of that drawing being done that I did on Procreate. Watercolor of my dog that we had a long time ago when we were living out in Platteville in Greeley, Colorado. Platteville, Colorado. Painting of my cat that we had in Okinawa. And I think I'm going to stop there. You know, if you see anything you're interested in, let me know. I still got a whole pile right here to share, if you see it down here. A lot of originals. Most of these are all original watercolors that are right here. They're small and affordable, and you might see something you might like. These are a little bigger. These are acrylic. And I'll show these maybe tomorrow or again. I'll show some of this stuff off. But I have a lot of stuff here, and I'm just kind of, cleaning up the inventory. If you think there's something you're interested in, let me know. And again, that there's other stuff that I have sitting, like some of the jewelry that I've done that I can share with you. These are some of the things right here that I've done. Well, over the years. I retired in 2011. And some of these are sitting down at Colette Pictures Art Showcase. So if you think you want to look at anything down there. I have some other ones I'll show you that I was working on. And these are some rings that I've made. Most of them out of sterling, copper, brass. Some are lost wax casting. But most of them are all one of a kind piece. Those are sapphires that you see on some of those stones. Red coral for the eyes in some of those stones. And, you know, jumping out of this right here, this was, you know, one of my setups for showing, you know, more stuff that I've done. And I just, this is something I just play with, and, you know, just showing off what I did. And one of the things that I did over the years was when I was in Okinawa, I learned how to make ukuleles. And it was one of those things where, you know, I'm starting to get older. I'm forgetting how to do a lot of different things. But that said, this is some other work that I've done over the years. And that was a baritone one that I made and sold. Did I know how to play? Not very well. Here's another painting that I have that I have that posted, and it's something I did on my iPad. This was for imagination, and of course Rubik's Cube and yada yada. But these are all stuff that I was playing around with. Had some bright ideas. And then maybe to sum this up right here, this is who I take some of my art classes from. And I quite didn't get this to come out right. I needed to shut this off, but that she's having a workshop coming up in May, and it's going to be a J.R. Monk. It's going to be about painting horses out kind of north of Greeley at a place out there. And then this is Colette's showcase. So if you're not familiar with it, there's just a plug for her. You might want to go out there. You might want to give a call. And that said, I'm going to kind of end it with that. Again, get a chance, check it out. I'm going to say thank you. And drop me a note if you see this. With a little bit of music.